North Carolina has not been playing the way they looked in their final 2 regular season games. After going on a nice 6-game winning streak, UNC fell to Miami and Duke. Blue Devils, on the other hand, besides a loss to Virginia Tech, looked like they were ready to make a run. North Carolina played a day before Duke because of missing out on a double bye. They eliminated Syracuse and knocked off Miami. The game was a lot closer than what the final scores will show. Duke got pitted up against Notre Dame. It seemed as though the Fighting Irish gained a huge following. So many people were pulling for them because they wanted to see Bonzie Colson in the tournament. Duke put an end to their run in the ACC tournament and more than likely had an NCAA tournament bid. To recap, the Tar Heels got revenge on Miami for what they did to them on senior night, and Duke ended all of the Notre Dame talks. All that set up an encore for the greatest rivalry in college basketball. Joel Berry and Theo Pinson have one last go-around with Garrison Allen. It's been noted before that Berry and Allen are actually friends. They're both from Florida and have been playing basketball with each other for a long time. They may be okay with each other off the court, but during these games, it's all business. Once again, North Carolina and their opponent started off really slow. 3 points were scored in the first 3 minutes of the game. Finally, the Tar Heels got out to a big start. They knew that if they were going to beat Duke, Berry and Luke May couldn't shoot the ball poorly. May started to get offensive boards early while all 3 guards knocked down shots from deep. UNC had a 15-3 lead real quick. What brought Duke back into the game last weekend was the play around the basket. This isn't your typical North Carolina team who has trees that can defend in the paint. Marvin Bagley III plays like a 5th-year senior at times. He changed the way the game was being played last Saturday, and he did the same thing in the middle of the first half. The freshman was altering shots, grabbing rebounds on both ends and scoring with ease. He finished with 19 points on 7 for 13 shooting and grabbed 13 boards. Duke got within 3 at 20-17 with 7 minutes left in the first half. The man who has really stepped up in the ACC tournament responded with a dunk to end the Duke run. Garrison Brooks has really shown what he's capable of doing. The talk was that Theo Pinson was not going to be able to battle with the big guys of Duke. So Brooks took it upon himself to have a great game. Brooks was a 4-star recruit who stands at 6'8". North Carolina has been wanting him to break out any game this season, but it never came. He scored 10 points off the bench on Friday night, grabbed 3 offensive rebounds and played like the guy everyone was hoping for. More from busting brackets. Going back to Pinson, he has really turned it on as a passer lately. He didn't drop double digits against Duke, but he did just about everything else. Pinson dished 7 assists, hauled in 4 boards, came up with 3 steals and had the play of the night. It's not going to show up in any box score, but he drew a charge toward the end of the game. Pinson had 4 fouls at the time and he got in front of the Duke player, stood his ground and forced the turnover. You knew that Duke had something in them late in the game. Last time in Durham it was Bagley going off on both ends of the court. This time it was Allen and Gary Trent Jr. knocking down shots from deep. It was a 3-point game with under 20 seconds left and Pinson actually made a costly turnover on the sideline. Allen was hot and attempted a 3-pointer, but missed. Pinson made up for the blunder by knocking down 2 free throws to salt the game away and put the Tar Heels in the title game. North Carolina is clicking on all cylinders right now. They held a team who averages over 85 points per game to just 69. The guys in the paint are protecting the basket. Cam Johnson, Berry, and Kenny Williams are all playing off each other while the offense is being driven through the 6'7" forward-turned-point guard Theo Pinson. Next up is the best team in the land. Virginia is the #1 team in the ACC in the country. The Cavaliers actually got tested for a while in the first half against Clemson. Virginia, though, held the Tigers scoreless for a very long time shortly thereafter and eventually pulled away. North Carolina is going to have to continue to use their hot defense against Virginia if they want to compete for the ACC tournament title. The Cavaliers have a suffocating defense of their own, so points will come at a minimum. But everyone knows that by now. It'll be a fun matchup of a Virginia team who has been great all season and a rejuvenated Tar Heels team.